Good morning and welcome back to The Infected. This is not a looting episode. This is an episode where I went to the trader and all of a sudden a storm blew in. So I am trying to make as much tea as I can. I found one. I am just about to make another. I'm trying to hit that shift. There it is. I'm trying to do that on purpose now. Trying to make as much tea as I can to fight off the cold. But my intention is just to sell all of this cement. I've finally gotten so much cement. I worked off camera for quite a while, and this thing is as full as it can possibly be. Now, it's going to take me a long time to move this over, so I'm going to do it in spurts where I just show you a little bit at a time, and I'm going to move some of this stuff over to... Actually, I'm going to move all of this over to the traders in a little hidey holes here and there so that I can, sell it all at one time. So this is going to be a cut or miss, but let's start with the baseline. And right now I have just over 5,028 gold. And I am of course working towards that 25,000. So let's see how much progress we make today. I've been able to get almost all of the cement, or I shouldn't say that. I've got about half of the cement, a little more than half of the cement in all the little hidey holes that she's got. So let's start selling it. Sell, move all. 576. Nice. It did, yeah. Thought for a second I screwed it up again. Grab that. Oops, that one. All right. And sell. Move all. Another 576. Nice. We're over 6,000. Grab all of that. Grab all of that. Sell it. Move. 384. Grab that. Oops. Move it all over. 320. Almost at 7,000. And I got one more back here. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to stand over you. There we go. Another 320. So we're at 7,000. Let me try that again. 7,200. And this is where I was in the cement. I got to grab all this. I got to grab all this. And then I got to get everything on the bottom rack, which is completely full except for this bottom one, which had only just a little bit in there. So you might have noticed that my food stats are pretty low, but not to worry. Oops, that is the wrong button. Sorry, lady. Again. There. I have made a ration, which I'm pretty excited about. It took a while, but when I was working off camera, I got a lot done back at the base. And one of the things I was able to do was get enough milk and eggs from the chicken and goat to make a ration pack. So I can eat that and watch my stats shoot way up. Ah, I love it. Now I have everything in this area. I didn't have as much as I did last time, so it won't be as much money as it was before, but it should still be quite a bit. Okay, let's grab this. This one, that one's not empty. Sell, move, sell, okay. Grab that, and then this should be the last of it. Okay. Sell, move all, and sell 448. Nice. So we're up to 6,612, which I don't remember exactly how much I had. I didn't write it down, but I was in the ballpark of a little over 5,000. So it looks like altogether I made a little bit under 3,600, something like that, with a truck full of cement, which means that if I have to get up to 27,000, that means I'm going to do three. All right. I can't do the math in my head, but it's, why can't I do the math in my head? 23 divided by 5 minus, hold on, I got a calculator. I'm going to use it. Degree in mathematics. Yeah. Minus 8612 equals divided by 3,500. There we go. So we'll need to do at least 4.5 more trips like this if I don't buy anything else, which is reasonable. So I guess I need to keep working on that cement. So now that we're back at the base, there's two things that I want to show you. One is how to make a ration. Now, if I go into my or actually, let's look at the recipe, and we could talk through that first. If you build or make a ration, you require 1 beef or 1 stew mix, 1 melon, 3 mushrooms, and 2 eggs. Now, in order to make the stew mix, you need 1 raw meat, 1 raw liver, 1 veggie mix, and 1 milk. In order to make the veggie mix, you need 1 cucumber, 1 corn, 1 potato, and 1 onion. So let's start with that. 1 of each of these, and we get a veggie mix. Now, to make the beef stew, we need the milk, the liver, the onion, or not the onion, the milk, the liver, the beef, and the veggie mix. There. Now we have that. We just need, oh, you know what I need is the 3 mushrooms. Oh, no, I don't have it. Let me run and get that. Okay, apologies. Now that we're back, we can finish making the ration pack. Let's open up the cookbook again, and we can see that the last thing we need, or we have everything we need, which is the beef stew, the melon, or the melon, 3 mushrooms, and 2 eggs, and we have our ration pack. Now, this ration pack will provide enough food to completely take you from 100% empty to 100% full. I think it's actually 100 of it. Yeah, it's 100 of everything, including energy. So that is, which is exactly what you need to completely fill that up. All right, let's come over here and let me dump my mushrooms over here, and I want to show you the next thing I worked on. Unfortunately, it is getting late. It is day 99. I don't think I said that at the beginning of the video. Day 99, 10 p.m. So I only have a little bit of time to show you this before I want to send my guy off to bed. And that is that, if you remember, well, you can't see it from here. If you remember, I was running into problems last video with the this area right here because it didn't line up, it didn't match. So what I ended up doing was taking this down. It took me a couple of hours of in real life time game, which was a couple of days in game, and I have completely redone this. I finished up all of my power supply, or all of my solar panels. I relocated all of my wind turbines, and then I laid a bunch of wind turbines down. I've got them as packed close together as you possibly could. So now when I've got a bunch of resources, I'm going to come up here and just start dumping them in there, which I've already started doing. At the end, I've got all of the aluminum in there. I just haven't done anything else. You can see I've got my oil pump up here, and it's late at night, so I'm not producing very much power, but I've got more than enough capacity. I'm going to start building some more batteries here pretty soon, but anyway, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I haven't quite finished. I need to build some more rails. I need to do a little bit more work overall, but this turned out pretty good. You can continue. You can start right here. You can run all the way to the barn and not have it be interrupted. So it's not too big of a problem. The transition piece ended up being right here. So it isn't quite 100% smooth. And if I crouch down, you can kind of see underneath it, but it works well, and it means Mike isn't going to have to run up there. Oh, I butchered an animal. I forgot about it. I didn't wash my hands. What was I thinking? Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so it is winter, and I am making sure all of the windows are shut. All of the windows that I have built are shut. Unfortunately, I have not gotten to putting a window in there yet. I need to do it. So, it'll happen sooner or later. Oh, I don't have any coal with me, do I? Yeah, I'm out of coal. That's the next thing I got to do is run around and fill up all my coal heaters, which I don't even remember how many I've got. I know Mike's got one. I've got one. I was going to put one up here, but I haven't done it yet. So I don't know. I may just have 2 of them or 3 of them. I know there's one in the little woodshed area over there. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. I really wanted to show you. So this is our Cat May's little recreational area. She can just sit here and chill. I made this a couple of episodes ago. And look, there's the deer. Cool. Anyway, somebody had made a suggestion, and I thought this was a brilliant idea, and that was to make a rug for her. Someplace that she can just kind of lay down in the sun. If she doesn't want to be in the chair, she can have a rug. Now, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Decor. So there's 2 rugs, of course, that you can pick from. Unfortunately, I believe I've only got 4 wool. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even grab that stuff, so I'm going to need to run and go get it. But I would love to have done this guy, just make him a nice big one, but I don't have much wool, and I don't have any sheep, and I haven't seen any for a while, and I don't want to wait that long. I can always, if I get more sheep, delete the small rug and put a bigger rug in. So let's start off with dropping the small rug in place. Decor, small rug, and I'm going to just put it right here because there's a nice, this window right here. Oh, I need to build this window right here. will let in sunlight a good part of the day, and it's a perfect spot for a cat to relax. And I'll run and get the stuff for that later. I just want to show you where I was putting it. The next thing that we are going to work on is... by the way, thank you for the person who gave me that suggestion. I apologize. I didn't look up the name ahead of time. I should have, but also, so this, I gotta stop saying the word also. I've been trying to cut that out of my vocabulary. I built a circular saw bench up here because I kept having to run around to get it. And this is maybe not the best location for it, but it's where I've got it right now. It's next to the logs that Mike is keeping filled. So I've decided to just put this right here for right now until I'm done building. Oh, we having another blizzard. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, let me show you what I'm going to work on, and I'll have to cut out, and then I'll show you when the blizzard is done. Oh, I don't have any tea, do I? Oops. Nope, I don't have any tea. All right, I'm going to make this quick. Basically, I need to build walls, half wall. I want to build a roof over this. You know, it snows, it rains, it's, you know... Ah, I didn't realize how off those two were in height. Interesting. There we go. So I've decided we are going to go with a roof like... Roof. Where is it? Like this guy. And we're going to rotate it. Oh, that's right. I forgot this is the wrong piece. It takes a different piece. But you can see what I'm doing right here. Grab it again. Oh, that's a half roof. I didn't realize you could do that. Now let me select the correct roof piece. There we go. I know, buddy. Gonna have to fix that one, and fix that one. Anyway, I will probably work on building this after I get some coffee and get my guy his winter pants on, or his snow pants on. And I will show you what I got in, show what I got in just a minute. So you can see the blizzard is over. We're back up to 6 degrees. I've got some of the roof built. I wasn't able to, or I haven't finished all of it, but I've got most of it all laid out. I've got everything except the logs put in there. You can see that it doesn't quite line up with the top of the ceiling, which is fine. It lines up with this edge here because I stood up on this ceiling and placed them down, and it works out fine. I did everything I could to try and line up those two pieces on the end so that they were the same height, and no matter what I did, I built platforms on the outside and then attached them. I was able to get this one to line up properly, but I cannot get this one to line up properly. I'm not sure. I don't think it matters that much. It's got a small gap. Doesn't quite look right. It's fine. It's really, really fine. Just gonna let it go. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish up these guys. 1. Got 4 to do, which means I'm gonna need to run back and get me 1 more log when I'm done with this cart. Or more than that. Maybe I didn't have as much in the cart as I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I had more in the cart than that. Probably built some of the platforms. Some of the roof sections before I started recording. That didn't make any sense, did it all? Just pretend I didn't say that. Let's fill this guy all the way up. Even if we don't need that much, it's always a good thing to have logs in a cart. And there we go. What do I need? 1 more. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like from the end. All right, so it's nice and bright and sunny out here today. We are at almost 6 p.m. This is what it looks like. It's not bad. Everything's not quite lining up, but it's going to be okay. I like the way this looks, though. I think this is really a neat aesthetic to it. I'll probably put windows in here at some point, but I haven't figured out what to do with this. I'm sure I'll come up with something. It's not the end of the world. It's not really even meant to be a heated area. It's really just meant to stop the rain from falling on you when you're running up here, which means I'll probably do something along the same lines that direction. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out and it will be just fine. Anyway, so the next thing we are going to work on is something that we have needed to do for a while, and I need to make sure that I've got the right tools for it. Now, a while ago, I did the math on how much it was going to take to upgrade the rest of this building, and I want to say it was somewhere in the order of 400 bricks, something like that. A little under 400 bricks. I don't remember exactly. But I have gotten a fair amount of bricks, but I quit working on them because I kept beating my machines. So I'm going to at least get done what I can get done because I don't have anywhere near enough bricks. Although, you know, it just dawned on me, I'll get some bricks from tearing this guy down. Let me just finally do this. I liked it. It was a nice little building, but it served its purpose and it no longer has function. Okay, so that's the last coal burner set up and ready to go. So all of them, the one in there has been turned on, the one up there in my bedroom has been turned on, and I think that's it. I think I just have the 3 coal burners. Now let me grab the bricks that I can carry, whoa, without going overweight, actually, is what I meant to do. Actually, I'll be all right for a little bit. What I've decided to do is I'm just going to work my way up here because this is the more visible side. And then after that, I'm just going to work my way in, I don't know, maybe from the bottom to the top, or I don't know what it will be. But it's something. I'll work my way through because I do not have enough bricks to do all of the cement. Let's start with the upgrade. You know, what I'm struggling to remember here is which color did I pick? I think it was this black one. It doesn't tell me here, does it? Nope. Oh, it does say dark. Oh, yeah, right there in the lower corner. Brick window frame dark. That's cool. I'm glad to see that. That's going to make me feel a lot more confident when I start building these. Dark. Good. Mike, wish you would stop doing that. Wow, I am impressed at how far I can go up. All right, let's do doorway, brick, dark. And then I already did that one, yeah. So then let me go window, brick, and dark. Oh, I'm so close to be. I was hoping that it would drop under 100 pounds so I could do that. Let me drop off just enough bricks so that I can be, there we go. Just enough bricks so that I can be underweight and come all the way up here. Let's do it this way. We're going to try and be careful not to fall to our death. All right. Ooh, that was scary. Let's try this one. I think this one is going to be a lot easier. Actually, I might even be able to do it from there. Let's do that. I may be lower, but I'm much closer this way. All right, which one was I doing? This guy? Can I reach you? Nice. All right, let's do the solids again. Solid, brick, dark. Okay. Now, the question is, do I start at the bottom and work my way up, or do I just work my way left to right or right to left? I think what I'm going to do is work my way up from the bottom. There we go. Is it? Oh, that's right. There are no windows there, so I don't have to redo this. Okay. Oh, am I out already? Oh, yeah, look at that. All right, I'm going to load up, even though I'm going to be way overweight, because I don't have that far to go. There we go. There, that looks good. Okay, how much do I have? Enough to keep going up. Fabulous. By the way, I'm thinking about just making this level into one full floor, you know, just on its own. I think that's going to be fabulous. Oh, I don't think I'm... Yeah, I am. Do not have enough bricks. Only 8 bricks. Wow. It's amazing. It took me forever to make that many bricks. I mean, this was a lot of bricks, but it looks good. So I'll just start working on them again, and then we'll be able to finish up this top layer here, or finish up this outside wall here. Well, I just did something very silly, and that was that I did a recording and I hit the button, but I must have double tapped it or something because I did not actually hit record. I built another rack right here and I filled in the battery. Well, I filled in these batteries behind the rack first, and I used up almost all of my electrical parts to build these 4 batteries, and then I built the new rack. I'm kicking myself for not having recorded that. That was dumb. All right, let me show you how many electrical parts I've got left. That is not electrical parts. Yeah, so I've only got 11 electrical parts left. Now, the good thing is that as I'm working my way towards being able to do that master crafter, I'll become less and less dependent on the having to loot to be able to get all of the electrical parts that I need to make more batteries. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make more batteries for a while unless I spend some serious time looting. And this is a holiday weekend, by the way. Happy Independence Day if you are from America. And if you are from England, sorry about that little spat. We love you guys, and we are glad that we got it all worked out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the holiday. And this is where we're setting it for power. Obviously, I'm using a lot of power right now, but I still have a lot available because I'm producing a lot. Now, fortunately, this will, over the next couple of days, completely charge up to 42,000. And I wish I had more electrical parts because I'd love to bring this up to, if I make 3 more batteries, I'll bring this right up to 50,000, which will be cool. Or just under 50,000, just 400 under 50,000. But that will be a good marker. And as my goal is to get this thing up to 25K, then I'll be about 20% of the way there, which is fantastic. So I had just started working on another project when a blizzard hit. It is absolutely impossible to stay out there without doping up on lots of coffee. And that isn't so much the issue, is it's just really hard to tell what I'm doing when I'm outside and I've got the blizzard going. So I'm going to put that off, and I'm going to start. You can see out here I moved my mixer, so I was going to show you the new location. I've got kind of a little building, isn't the right word, a little area where I'm putting these things at, and I'll show you a little bit later in the video. Until the blizzard is done, though, this is an excellent time to finally finish up. Do I not have a door here? Oh, that's right, because it kept getting in my way. Let's see, am I warm enough up here? It isn't quite blizzard. Oh, yeah. I have to be close to that fire. I've got my winter, let me check. I've got my winter coat on. I don't have the snow pants on, but anyway. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I am just going to finish building all of these. Look at all this iron I got, by the way. And I've still got a lot of iron that I could cook. Let me make some nails. Yeah, this is a problem because I had everything lined up in my inventory to do what the building I was going to work on. So we're going to improvise. Plus, I think I actually put a lot of these nails in already. Yes, I'm freezing, I know. I'll back up in just a second to the hot spot. That, or I could just move my furnace up here. Or I could build a separate furnace up here. It doesn't matter. Anyway, all I know is I need a lot of nails. All right. Warm up, guy. Warm up. Right here next to the heat. How much fuel do I have? Okay, a decent amount. Ooh, I'm already out of planks. That surprised me because I had a bunch in my inventory. Okay, let's drink. That's empty. That's almost empty. I'm gonna have to run up and refill. Okay, that is not idealized for storage. Okay, actually, let's move you down here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make these into nails and then run back down and get more planks. Not the most optimized way of doing it, but okay. There, that's a good amount of nails. Let me finish what I can make down here. Okay, what am I out of? Planks again. Oh, you go through planks so fast building these. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's run back up. It'll be nice to have these filled. I have not upgraded my, actually, I don't think I've shown you my ore production in some time. I'm out of planks again. Let's check this side. Fill it on up. Okay, nothing there. Let's make sure this guy's filled. Okay. I'll grab what I can carry here. I need to go sit in my chair. The problem is I stayed out in the cold too long, and I took some serious health damage. Now, I think the best place to do that is in my bedroom, because I've got, not only do I have a heater in there, but I've got the chairs, which is really nice. Am I out of... No, I'm not. Thought I was out of oil because it didn't look like it was working there for a second. Good thing this isn't too far. There we go. And out of planks again. I'm going to at least just finish this side before I move on. Actually, let's see how the blizzard's doing. Are we still done? Okay, 10 degrees. It's not bad. Okay. Yeah. I'll finish that last little bit up. But I do want to show you this. This is all the extractors I have, and they're all set for exactly the same thing, which is just the generic extraction, because I'm no longer at the point where I need tons and tons and tons of aluminum. I actually already have a fair amount of aluminum that I just have not prepared yet. I haven't smelted it yet. So how many planks did I need? I don't recall. It doesn't really matter because I'll just take everything I can get. Load you up, and I can transition into the other project that I was working on. There we go. Because it takes a lot of planks too. Okay, let's try this side. How much do I have? Oh yeah, I can carry a lot more. I'm glad Mike completely filled this area up. Okay, I think we're full. That's it. All right, let's go out here. I'll show you what I was working on now. Now, before the blizzard hit, you can see that I relocated all of this. By the way, I tried to mark this tree, and nothing. I don't see any options to mark it. I've right-clicked, I've left-clicked. It doesn't give me any options to protect this tree. So I don't know if this is no longer a thing, got removed, or if I'm marking it and not catching that I am marking it. So what I have decided is to move all the extractors over here, because my goal is to step up and have a fourth advanced mixer, but I can't hardly keep up these guys full and make bricks at the same time without building more mixer or more clay extractors. So I've got an area where I can make lots of clay extractors, and right now I can access all of them, this either going this direction or this direction. But what I'm thinking about doing, and I might even be able to scoot them over a little bit and make them a little more compact, is I'm going to build a couple more and put them back in this direction so I can increase my clay production, so I can both do bricks and run a fourth mixer, which means everything is getting scooted down that direction. But we'll handle that later. All right, let me get my planks were out here, or not my planks, excuse me, my logs were out here in my log carrier. So let's get started. And I think, unfortunately, this takes, I think, 2 logs, and I hit it too fast, and 3 planks. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth to get logs on this. There we go. Okay. Good. Now I also would like to take this out and put a actual platform here. Okay. Let me get some more logs. Fortunately, it's not far away. By the way, I messed around with trying to find a new location for this just to see if I could get out of the way, because I was originally thinking about putting the clay extractors back here, but I couldn't find a great spot for them. So I gave up on the idea. And moved it right back to where it was. So if anybody's got an eagle eye and actually spotted that it was slightly in a different spot, then I'm impressed. Because I wouldn't have been able to spot the difference. But I'm not sure that I put it back in the exact same spot. Okay, let's finish this up. And let's add some stairs to this. Stairs. Stairs. Does it make sense to have stairs this way also? I don't know, maybe. I'm not going to do it though. There we go. Perfect. I think when I did this in my practice run, I actually came out right here, because when I built this in practice, these were tucked underneath this this row right here. So I came out one more than I had intended. So, oh well. Not the end of the world. Having more space for more clay extractors is not a bad thing. Oops. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Good. It's always super fast to build this stuff when you have all the supplies. It's the having to run back and forth to get the supplies. Is that going to be enough to finish up one more cart? I don't know. I didn't count how many foundations there were, so I don't know for sure. But it looks like it'll be close. 3, 1, 2, 3. Dang it. I'm trying to train my muscle memory to hit that 3 times. But I keep tapping it a 4th time. Okay. Now it looks like we're going to be 1 short. All right, let's move this. By the way, this is my biofuel. I am slowly increasing the amount of biofuel, which eventually will be my limiting factor when it comes to clay extractors, because since these don't work off the pump, I have to constantly get biofuel, which means that oh, that is not straight at all. Which means that I am constantly fighting the battle with biofuel. There, that's much, much better. Plus, that can be a nice step for somebody to use to get up there. Although I'm actually thinking about putting walls on it. When I said I practice built this, that is actually the extent of what I did, is this area right here. So I don't know where I'm going to proceed from here on out. But so I've got the idea that this is a good, mostly just a visual barrier. And I think I am going to scoot those over a little bit, but that's it. It's just a visual barrier. So I was also thinking about putting some walls up right here. Let's put them up and see what they look like to kind of block it off. Oh, I do want to show you guys something I just remembered. So these right here, I don't know why I didn't put this together. I intended to put walls up here to protect these, but I forgot they have to connect to the top of a foundation. And I am not going to take the time to connect these to the top of the foundation to build all the way down there. It's just not happening. So these are staying exposed. There's nothing I can do about it. Or there's nothing I'm going to do about it, because that is going to be a cumbersome process. Okay, so what I'm thinking is above, and then once I get it built, probably below. Okay, so I can't do it before I build these. So this is... Okay. Let's see if I can build one below that too. I would think so. Maybe not. Why? I'm surprised. I thought I could build below. Oh well. That's just going to have to be good enough. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. I come over here and I've got this. Yeah, I just like having the visual barrier between the two. I could do what I saw another YouTuber do, is build foundations all the way up here so you came in and then you just access these from the top. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Let me see, how many more planks do I have? I have exactly 0 planks and a lot of nails. So I should go up and dump all of the nails I got into my shelving units so that they'll be full that way. And then I can just trickle parts up, or trickle planks up there as required. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I definitely went with the thinner one here. I think the full size ones would have been too much. So yeah, that looks good. All right, let's finish up the wall right here. Half wall. Do I want to leave a stair here to get access? I think I do. So let's go down to 2 so I can get the stair to fit right here. And there we go. Okay, let's drop the stair in before I forget and make sure I've got the spacing correct. Stairs. Okay, oops. hit the buttons in the wrong order. Stairs. There we go. Let me get 3 logs so that I can complete this. 1, 2, 3. Should have dropped more logs into the plank, or into the circular saw bench. There, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. I'm glad that this is a full section. I'm not sure what I would have done if I hadn't counted these out correctly. All right, wall, half wall. Okay. Yeah, I'm still good. Do I need another set of stairs on this aisle? If I put stairs here, they're going to interfere. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this open. I'll have to go around that way. No, because if I'm coming, yeah, because if I'm coming from this direction, I'm just going to go up these stairs right here. There's no reason for me to go all the way around here. The only reason I would be accessing is if I'm coming this direction, I would just jump up here. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's a good plan. Good, well thought out plan, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, let's do it like that. Yeah, I like that. I like the ambiance of it. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Now, where do I want to put this thing? I'm just going to continue to slide it up against the outside here. I don't know that there's enough space to sneak it in here, and I think what I am going to do is try and recolocate these all over a little bit, and then I'm going to build another pathway that direction, but I'm not building that pathway until I've relocated these, but I would like to get this guy started. So let me get everything I need. 20 screws. Let me drop the nails in. I got nails and planks for days. And so I need 20 screws and 18 iron ingots. Let's put the stuff away. Oh, that was easy. What did I say? Screws and 8. I'll make new screws. Actually, I shouldn't have put all those. Okay, I've still got there. What I was going to say is I shouldn't have dropped all those planks off, but I could have just filled these up here since I was going up there, but it's too late. Okay, this holds 20, so I need to leave 2 behind. Oh, I was going to say I forgot the biofuel, but I relocated the biofuel, so no, I didn't forget it. Cool. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, it's funny having all of these biofuel things are clay extractors, and just adding one really helps make the difference. Helps make a big difference to the production, because if I could just use this one extractor that I'd made to increase my clay production, I would be golden. But you know, it just makes a big difference. Now let's see let me load all that up and see what I've got total. I don't think I've got enough to quite finish everything. There we go. All right, so if I move this over, this is over 200, right? Because each of these is each row is 100, and yeah, this should be enough. So if I take it up there, yeah, I should be able to finish this. Oh, cool. I didn't anticipate that. Because I forget how much I said I needed. But it wasn't, I don't think it was an overly large amount. What is my weight capacity? Let's bring myself up to max weight. Let's bring out the correct tool. And let's brick. Okay, there we go. Nice. Oh, cool. I'm really glad I can reach that one. Nice. All right, let's move you up. Right there. Actually, you know, yeah, it's out of rhythm, but I want to get this one just in case I've done something wrong with the quantity, and I don't have enough. I don't want this highly visible window not to be upgraded. Yeah, that's better. And is there anything up here? Right, that's all glass. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go back to. All right, move, buddy. There we go. Let's refill my capacity. There. I got both. Okay. Just making sure I'm not going to have any missing walls. Good. Okay, that's it. Right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. I thought I was dead for sure. I thought I was dead. Okay. Oh, I don't have any med kits in here. I was thinking for some reason I had med kits in here. All right, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go spend some quality time sitting on the bench. Ah. Can I just reach this from here? Perfect. I was scared to death that I was going to have to do some crazy gymnastics move to get it. All right, let's drop this downstairs and let's make sure that everything we have got, or let's make sure the entire building is completely done. Mike, what are you doing there? There we go. Okay, let's check it from the outside. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I think that to me, it looks like a pig pen, except for its clay extractors. Okay, that looks completely done from here. And that looks completely done from there. And that looks good. And as far as I can tell from here, this is hard to do because it doesn't have a good angle. I think everything is done from here. Yeah, my entire building is done. That's fantastic. So somebody made a suggestion. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not. I probably did, but about naming this, and I forget what he called it, but it was like transition storage merged together, and I kind of like the sound of it. I was going to look up the word again that he used for it, but I'm still debating on it. I like transition house because you're transitioning from this level to that level, or maybe transit or something like that. I don't know. I can't come up with something, but I'm still thinking about it. Anyway, let me go sit down and heal up. So I've just got done doing a bunch of lead collection because I want to... Oh, another blizzard. I'm gonna have to do this from the inside. I was going to... let's try this. Yeah. So I've got some clay going. Let me shut the doors here. Or not some clay. I'm sorry. I've got some lead cooking up. I went and collected some so that I can go up and start filling in some of my power. I looked to see what I needed, and I need to get a bunch of lead. That's the one thing that I'm most short on. Anyway, what I was going to say before that blizzard hit is if we look at this wall, I hope you can see it from the outside, actually. Obviously, we just finished that building. The building up there, I am leaning towards making in red brick. Okay? Now, let me show you the different colors. Right click, this is a window. We're going to make it into brick. Now, I already have this building that I just finished right there. Okay? And I'm going to do the building upstairs, the bedroom, in this red brick. That leaves these three colors or duplicating one of these two colors. What color do you think I should make this building? I'm going to upgrade it. I don't know when. I really legitimately have no plans as to figure out when I'm going to do it, but I would like to upgrade this to a brick building, but I'm unsure on the color. So please leave a comment and I will count. If one person comments it, that's 1 point, and if one person likes that comment, that will be 2 points. So please just pick one color. Please don't pick all of them or like a bunch of them, maybe 2 at the most. Anyway, please let me know what your thoughts are as to what color I should make this brick, because I'm not really decided. If I had to pick myself, I don't know what I would pick, honestly. I would probably go with green, but I'd probably be just as happy with any of these other colors. I'm a little less set on picking one of these two again, but I don't know. Really, I'm looking for feedback on it. So please go ahead and let me know what color you think I should add this. And with that, I think I'm going to call the video. I have a bunch of stuff today. I'm recording this on the morning of the 4th, or I'm finishing up this recording on the morning of the 4th. So I've got a lot to do. We've got company coming over, and we're excited to have them, my wife and I. So I need to end this video now. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your thoughts on the color of the bricks. And I would appreciate it if you like this content, if you would like and subscribe like the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed your holiday. Goodbye.